Trump's the fall guy? Good morning, everybody. JT here, Serenity Farms Prepping. So, is Trump Trojan Trump? Tricky Trump? Or taking advantage of Trump? I think there's a little bit of all three going on. Let me explain. As many of you know, I shouldn't have to keep saying this, but I do. I'm not on the Trump train. I just keep coming up with too much contradictory evidence that says he is entirely who the MAGA cultists think he is. With that being said, isn't it ironic and hypocritical that the MAGA cult crowd will call me an anti-Trumper or anti-American because I don't swallow everything Trump is trying to pour down your throats? Most of them seem to have ulterior nefarious motives, while seeming really, really good and MAGA. Okay, now, I believe part of that is, I think Trump was allowed to win the election. I think he was going to win anyway, but was that because the Democrats knew America is destined for a total collapse, took 4 years to speed that up as much as they could so that it would happen with a new president? At some point midway through the pedophile regime, I think the Democrats said, let's just be our evil selves. Trump will get selected in a landslide, and when it all goes to shit, he'll get the blame. While simultaneously, Trump's ego is such that he may honestly think that he can save America. But yet, many of the MAGA things he's doing are going to have little to no, even the opposite effect of what he says. Now, Trump is no different than any other political scumbag in this regard. No matter what they say, you interpret it one way while they mean it in another. They will tell you what they want you to hear, because then they can steer you in the proper direction to accomplish what they really meant, using your own naivete, desperation, fear, and indoctrination against you. We hear the word, Trump has a mandate. America, by over 70%, told the world they want Trump and everything he stands for. The problem is, the masses only think they know what he stands for. This constant push for a biometric ID, a digital coin, but it's digital currency. But it's his, so it's not a central bank digital currency. It's just a digital currency. His, I'm all for free speech, and then just signs an executive order threatening to deport anyone who dare speak out about his Zionist Jew handlers. If you don't think that doesn't spread like poison ivy to all free speech or speech he doesn't like, which leads us to the MAGA cult crowd. No matter what Trump says or does, they blindly accept it because it's Trump and he's MAGA and he would never do anything that would hurt America. Maybe that's true. Maybe he would not do anything that intentionally would hurt America. Maybe in some warp speed kind of way, he thinks that everything he's doing will soften the blow, the collapse. Because he knows it's coming. I know it's coming. And I'm not a 5D chess player. Now, Trump isn't responsible for all the crap that we went through the last 4 years. Okay? I'll give him that. He isn't. He wasn't there. But just as he's not responsible for all the bad that happened, all the good, aka distractions that he's doing right now, won't save us or stop the coming collapse. Did you know from 2012 to present, the United States has ran up the national debt more than the years 1775 to 2011. Let that boggle your mind. Combined, if that's not intentional, I don't know what is. Now, from 2016 to 2020, the cultists and the MAGA people made every excuse in the book for every mistake Trump made. Oh, he's not a politician. Oh, he was surrounded by bad people. Oh, he got bad advice. Oh, some of it had to be done. Trust the plan. Now, 2024, and the MAGA cultists are speaking out of both sides of their mouth. When Trump does or says something that they perceive as good and MAGA, they're like, well, he had 4 years and now he knows what he's doing and he's picked the right people and he's going to get stuff done. But when the same thing happens with these same people, that's not good. automatically out comes the 2016 rhetoric. Well, there's still a lot of rhinos and deep staters and Democrats that he has to get rid of, and there's gonna be some pain, but eventually everything gonna be all right when Gitmo takes all those political scum and we have hearings and then executions. But just yesterday, Trump said Gitmo is being prepared to take 30,000 illegal invaders. So where exactly are they going to keep all these so-called criminals that are going to be investigated, arrested, have hearings and trials, and then executed? Haven't heard nary a word about any of that stuff since the election, have we? And you won't, because you know damn well it was never going to happen. Although the cultists still insist that many of the actors we see walking around now are just that, actors, body doubles, wearing rubber masks, latex, unpowdered, because some people are sensitive. All right, it's all crap. So we're being isolated from the rest of the world intentionally. It was all part of the plan for many years. That's why we've ran up the national debt. That's why we sold all our mineral rights to China. We can't get anything we need to equip our military or our technology or our medicines or help anything. Drill, baby, drill. Okay. Oh, we were energy independent last time Trump was in office. Well, we were because OPEC decided not to ramp up production and lower the prices. At any time, OPEC can slow drilling and make prices so high that the U.S. would collapse in a couple weeks, or they can lower them so much that the American oil drillers will tell you that it's not financially feasible for them to try and drill. It will cost more to produce a barrel than they can make on it. And that's just the oil. It still has to be refined. Like me, said no one ever. Okay, so drill, baby, drill is not going to save us. We don't have time. Yeah, somewhere down the road, if OPEC plays nice and the BRICS nations don't do their thing and there's no wars anywhere and every other bad thing, we could possibly produce enough energy that we wouldn't have to get a drop from any other country. Do you believe that? When we were energy independent last time, we were still importing while selling to other nations because we can't refine what we drill. So you're not energy dependent. Sorry. You are not energy independent if you're not producing your own gas, diesel, natural gas, propane, etc. We can get it up out of the ground. We got a couple refineries, but not enough to make us energy independent. So we're drilling oil, selling it to other countries, and then buying gasoline from other countries that have refineries. That's not energy independence. That is like me and my chickens. I'm getting 12 eggs a day, but I sell them to the neighbor and then go down to the store and buy a dozen eggs that cost twice as much as it did for me to feed all 12 of my chickens. Insert insanity right here. Now, this AI $500 billion investment. Trump has told you that it will involve biometric IDs for your safety. Ellison, the clearly evil oracle, is stating that everybody gonna have a little something inside them to cure cancer, aka to totally track and trace you. He stated every human in America, every vehicle, every lamp pole, everywhere there will be a camera. You will do nothing. Literally, you won't take a shit without someone knowing and watching you doing it. I have a little clue what Trump's doing with this, which goes to the Trojan Trump part. No, I don't think he's the Antichrist. He's one of 10 lesser Antichrists, possibly, if you follow the Daniel prophecy, and 10 separate empires and kings who eventually turn over their empires to the Antichrist. According to the maps from the Bible, Greenland and Canada must become part of the United States for this empire. They call Trump king all the time. You hear the conservative whack jobs, well, the pseudo-conservative whack jobs. You call the man king, you call the man godly, you worship at the altar of his feet, you say he's been divinely chosen. The man's ego was already too big. You actually are convincing him that he is everything you think he is. Nothing could be more dangerous. But yet, you do it. And you do not question anything he says or anything he does. Because it's Trump. And we have a mandate. Just because you have a mandate don't mean everything you say and do is for the benefit of man. Mandate. Man. All right. Folks, I understand why half the country simply doesn't get it. They have become the Democrat sheepletards that just a year ago were talking about us, like now the MAGA and cultists talk about their fellow conservatives, because they don't consider us conservatives if we disagree with a word Trump says. All right, we're in trouble. That's all I got for now. JT, signing.